Hi. So, talking about in the other video about emotional vulnerability and how people are just like allergic to being emotionally vulnerable, it kind of popped in my mind the concept of how people just assume that being sensible doesn't mean to be sensitive. Like sensitivity and sensibility doesn't go hand in hand. I just can't avoid to speak about it. I kind of want to speak about it. So yeah, let's get into it. So, something I've been scolded many times about my whole life is that I'm too sensitive. And it was always with the idea that if you're sensitive, then you're not sensible. And I'm like, I can do both. I can cry and think. I can do both at the same time. I'm a queen of multitasking. I can overthink while I'm crying. I know that people say that you can't think straight, but that's the thing. That's why training is for. You do CPR while crying. You can follow procedures while crying. And yes, that was a very specific situation because it kind of happened to me. It was an emergency with an epileptic, okay? Someone had an epileptic attack. I followed procedure even though I was crying, and everyone around me thought I was hysterical. And they tried to, oh, your emotions are overflowing. Go to a corner. I'm like, I'm following protocol. Bitch, don't don't hold her like that. I'm following protocol. I can do both. I can be sensitive and sensible. Some people can do that. I promise you. I give you my word of honor. But there is this idea, concept in society that, unfortunately, oh, you're sensitive. Oh, too bad. Tough luck. You just have no logic. And I don't like to use the word misogynistic, but it kind of applies in this case. And you might think, why does it apply? Well, the thing is, yin is usually more linked to what? Sensibility. Wait, my English is wrong. Sensitivity. There you go. And yang to what is linked? Reason. So it is assumed that usually it is a hysterical thing to do. Hysterical, it's just hysterical. It's something of females to have feelings, and it is of males, rational males, to be, you know, masculine and rational. What's that accent? ¿Qué era ese acento de mierda? So, only men. But nowadays, it is considered not so much, oh, why are you looking at me like that? My dog is judging me so harshly. I took away my scarf because it's mine and I need it. Necesito mi bufanda. No te la puedes robar. So, people tend to assume nowadays, oh, it's a long story. My dog is here. He steals my garments as a teddy bear. uh, uh, sure. I can be emotional and think. But the problem is not just with women, but men and women, for some reason, have been labeled as if you're emotional, you're not being rational. And yes, although shock and emotions, some strong emotions, can indeed block your thinking process, that is not always the truth, and it's certainly not the truth. 3/4 of the time, we can do both. I mean, in a way, most of our feelings come from what we think. If we think someone is in love with us, most of the things we're going to feel next are on the basis of what we feel and think of that person. If we think that person is someone despicable, we might feel horrible about the thought of they liking us. If we assume that other person is a great person and we just kind of attracted to that person, we're just like, My heart flutters. And it's just like, it's not that the feeling itself exists in the vacuum, it exists within the reason. A reason cannot exist without feelings. If you don't think about that, then why on earth do scientists make so many mistakes? And I can assure you, even scientists, when you are studying IPC, or at least in my country, when you study to enter med school, you have to study Introducción al Pensamiento Científico, which is logic, an introduction to the scientific thinking. And even they assume, no matter how much of a cold scientist you are, your perspective will taint the observations you make. You put two people to watch a car crash, those two people are going to see completely different things, not just by the body, the perspective where the bodies were located, where their eyes were located, but even if you place them both in the same place, different people see different things. Your reason is going to influence your mind and your thoughts, and of course your reasoning is going to affect your feelings, and your feelings are going to affect your reasoning. It's not just one way around. And even though that happens to be the truth, it doesn't mean that just because you are sensitive, you cannot think. And one thing that annoys me terribly is how people just assume, oh, you're just sensitive. Oh, you poor child. I'm like, what? And if it's a man, oh, grow up. Get over yourself. It's so infantilized. Feelings have become like a task of children. Like, children are the only ones who have feelings, apparently. You tell me elderly people don't have feelings? Pregnant women? Apparently, having feelings is of someone irrational, because apparently rational people cannot have feelings. And that's so stupid. That's literally the most stupid thing I ever heard. It's like the same stereotype of, oh, smart people cannot be funny or fun. I'm like, the smartest people I met also happen to be the funniest people to be around. They're a blast. They're amazing. I haven't spent much time with people lately, but when I used to hang around people, smart people tend to be really fun, and they tend to be really emotionally deep and complex because they tend to overthink their feelings. They tend to overthink everything, but their feelings is one of the things that they will overthink. Therefore, by overthinking their feelings, they feel even more that they normally feel if they didn't overthink of their feelings. You know what I mean? I hope it was clear enough. In my head, it sounded better. But the thing is, your feelings are not in a vacuum. They depend on the reason and on the reasons you have to feel that way, both. And at the same time, you cannot have reason without emotion. If you had reason without emotion, you would have a horrible thing, something horrible. I mean, let's hope IA doesn't learn that principle. I hope IA is being taught compassion and humanity as much as possible, because if they think that way of reason alone, only reasonable, if they did the reasonable thing, they wouldn't, things would end up so badly for us. But it's just, let's hope there is a balance of both. You need a balance of both to be a well-rounded human being and to have a proper response, even in moments of danger and crisis. So that conception of people has that if you are sensitive, you're not sensible. It's a huge mistake that we should really get over with, because unironically, those people tend to put in a child position to those who have feelings. They, oh, you have feelings. Oh, you child. And it's just like, no, you're kind of childish, because only a child would be that one dimensional, I think. That primarily on their assumptions. Oh, all girls are yucky. All girls are this. All boys are yucky. That's a very, when it's something so simplified, it tends to be a childish response to something you're afraid of. And if you're trying to feel yourself better, make yourself feel yourself better, like you have no feelings. Yes, you do. You're just not allowing yourself to feel them. That's a different question. That's a different problem. That's your problem, your significant other's problem, everyone around you problem. Because if you don't allow yourself to feel your feelings, that's gonna affect everyone around you. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry for everyone around you, and that's your therapist's problem. So yeah. Okay. Okay. So I hope you have fun at least with this whole thing. Just Matu, basta. I hope you had fun. I'm so sorry for the chaos. It's just I'm so much in, and my emotions are overcoming all over me. Uh, People can be rational and have feelings. No me mires así. No te puedes portar así. No me mires así. My dog is a lot smarter than I am, and he has way more feelings than I do. Now that's not true. I'm just not allowing myself to feel. That's the difference. Okay. Yeah. That would be it. I think. I think I have stolen enough time of yours from this earth. Hope you had fun, and I hope you stay blessed and stay away from stupid people who think that if you feel you cannot think. That's stupid. Just get away from those people. And if you're one of those people, please get a therapist. You're not allowing yourself to feel. Just get help. Stop it. Get help. Until next time, I wish you nothing but the best, and yeah, bye bye.